is the time to do it because people are naturally feeling called to that power that they have within them that has been told for years that it doesn't matter and that your feelings don't matter and your well-being doesn't matter, but it fucking does. Holy shit, it does. It's always mattered. It's actually the only thing that does matter because this external world is a manifestation of your internal world. As above, so below. As within, so without. Hello my friends, so this video is kind of out there, but honestly so am I, and ultimately that's what we're going to talk about today because I know that if you clicked on this video, you have this inner knowing, this inner feeling that that's what you should be doing, and that is a vibe that I really fuck with. And I think that once you understand how powerful it is, these choices that you make, these desires that you have, and these knowings and feelings that you decide to follow, I mean, you can change everything. So you're probably wondering what this big announcement is, and this big announcement is that I am launching a Patreon account. So there are 4 tiers starting at $5 a month with our divine support tier. So for those of you who love my tarot scopes that I do on my Instagram and over here, I'll be doing weekly collective energy readings with tarot and astrology that are way more in depth on my Patreon account. So that is number 1. On top of that, I will also be posting all of my blogs now over there. You guys will also be shaping my content with Patreon only polls, as well as access to the Discord server, which I know plenty of you guys are excited about because Discord is just going to be a perfect way for us to connect and talk about our journeys and share just what we're feeling about these energies. I mean, the ultimate idea behind my Patreon community is that it is a very safe community. You can talk about things that you really can't talk about to other people because I understand you, and I know damn sure that I will not stand for any kind of harsh communication or connections between other people. I mean, truly, you can expect this to be probably the safest place that you'll find on the internet. The next tier includes all of that, plus this will be a coaching tier all about how to learn metaphysics, tarot, astrology, Reiki, literally everything that I use on a daily basis for my spiritual practices and for my spiritual work, my career and whatnot. There will be weekly videos and articles all about how to do any of those things, which will ultimately be shaped by the Patreon only polls. So you guys are basically telling me what you want to learn, and I am giving you all of my insights on this topic so you guys can literally master anything that you want to do. The next tier after that is where you can get personal monthly transit energy updates, as well as participate in a live question and answer every month with me. And then our final tier is going to be more about one-on-one mentorship, where you'll be able to phone or video sessions with me, but I'll also be performing weekly distance Reiki sessions on you that honestly, those changed my life. Honestly, the best thing about all of these tiers and memberships is the fact that there's no specific time limit that you have to have or stay in this. A lot of people learn a lot faster than others, and some people feel like they need support for a much longer time. So that's why I think Patreon is a really good way for me to be able to give you guys what you're looking for, the help you're looking for. But going back to the whole point of this video is you are capable of all of these things. And that's why I made my Patreon account, is because I think the biggest misconception that we have about why we can't do things is because we've spent our whole lives seeking things outside of ourselves, seeking the answers outside and really trusting, you know, the outside, external, physical reality. You know, that's a very masculine energy, and if you're familiar with spirituality at all, you hear a lot of people talking about the rise of the divine feminine. And the idea behind that is the fact that we are all rising to this awareness of divine feminine energy, which is your emotions, your intuition, this kind of occulty energy. Honestly, a lot of people are getting into tarot, astrology, and I get it. This is the time to do it because people are naturally, like I said at the beginning of this video, feeling called to that power that they have within them that has been told for years that it doesn't matter and that your feelings don't matter and your well-being doesn't matter, but it fucking does. Holy shit, it does. It's always mattered. It's actually the only thing that does matter because this external world is a manifestation of your internal world. As above, so below. As within, so without. These are not just ancient sayings or ancient wisdom, this philosophical bullshit that people say to make each other feel better. Like, no, these are philosophies that if you follow them, they change your life, and they change your life in a way that allow you to actually change your life. And even on top of that, I feel like it would be so much easier for us to believe in ourselves if that was what the status quo believed in general. But obviously the status quo doesn't believe in that. They don't believe that you can manifest your reality. They don't believe the law of attraction is real. And honestly, that's probably why you clicked on my video and why you're on my channel ever at all, because you want to believe. You want somebody else to believe with you, and you want to feel like, you know, this knowing that you have is true, and it is. That's why you feel it. And so I think creating a community where you are literally encouraged to be wild, be creative, be out there, be completely, like I said, just outside the box, be uniquely, authentically you, and you will see how much you can learn about life in general when you just allow things to be what they are and allow things to be as wild as they can get. Now, the reason I call this video why you are capable of anything and everything, or whatever I call it. Now, a lot of metaphysical concepts are really just belief systems that you have to cultivate and change on your own. Clearly, that's something that you can do on your own, but personally, I didn't even completely do it on my own. I had a mentor that I worked with for a few months, actually, and honestly, it made my experience so much better, because you feel crazy when you're going through this understanding and feelings of energy. One of the first times I actually interacted with energy, I just remember feeling this feeling that all these people were trying to talk to me, yet nobody was trying to say anything. And that's what energy reading feels like. That's what being sensitive to energy feels like. When you wake up to your feelings, into this really raw awareness of just, you know, emotional energy, it is so strong and so hard to ignore it. I feel like those people either get drawn one of two ways, either drawn, you know, into this metaphysical world where you learn about energy, or you get thrown into this martyr victim kind of role where you are just literally bending over backwards trying to heal all this energy that you just innately know needs to be healed, but you don't really understand your boundaries. You don't understand that some people just strictly aren't willing to fucking listen or to accept that we have control over our realities, and they're going to try to convince you the same, because honestly, they don't want FOMO. Other people don't want to feel like they can do something to fix their situation, and they're not, because that would make them lazy or a bad person in their mind. I mean, does it make them any of that? No, but that's how people take it, and that's the mindset that they have until they don't have it. I just feel like this world has completely brainwashed so many of us of our power, and the fact that the way that we feel and our well-being, if that's all we focused on, we will get to the highest possible place in our life. I genuinely guarantee that. And I feel like a perfect example of that, because if you watched my healing journey video that I just recently posted, that entire 2-year journey was solely focused on me feeling good. It didn't have anything to do with me gaining more money, changing my job, changing my friends, changing my relationship, changing my weight, changing my appearance. Literally none of that. It was just about feeling good. And when I focused on that, and when the communities I was around focused on that, it happened. It changed how I was able to feel about myself, just because I paid attention. And that's something you're capable of, but it's not the easiest thing to do. I mean, this is going to be a learned skill, and that's what this Patreon community is going to help you learn, this skill, and keep it so you don't have to keep coming back to ask the question. And last thing I do want to just stress here is, like I said, this is a very safe place. I know that, you know, websites like YouTube or Instagram even, you can find a lot of people that they don't understand, they're not willing to understand, and honestly, my content is never going to be for them. And I don't want to hold myself back because I feel like other people are judging me or judging you guys, or just making us feel like we can't express ourselves, because this is a very vulnerable channel. This is a very vulnerable energy that you and I get to connect with each other. I mean, I put that out there with that intention that I can connect in a way that I don't get to connect on my daily basis with the people I'm around always. So intention behind this is that we can create a sacred place that we can grow and learn in safety and in this comfortability that, you know, we create ourselves. And I just don't want anybody ever to feel like you have to be exclusive or be some super psychic abilitied person in order to do any of this stuff, because bottom line is you are capable of everything you set your mind to because you believe in it, not you believe ultimately is supported by the universe. So see where you can take your life, see where you can make things go, maybe see if I can help you along the way. I think we know I would love to do just that. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. It was a little bit all over the place. Patreon account and all my other links are down below. Make sure to check those out and follow me on my other social medias, but I will see you guys in a later video. Bye for now.